Hello students, welcome back to online classes. I hope you all are safe and sound at home. Today we are going to start with the second part of the same chapter, that is light energy, and the very first topic is convex mirror. So let us see what is convex mirror. A convex mirror or diverging mirror is a curved mirror in which the reflecting surface bulges towards the light source. So this is a reflecting surface. It bulges towards the light source. As you can see it bulges towards the light source. This is a reflecting surface and it bulges towards the light source. Let us move to another topic, that is concave mirror. What are concave mirrors? A concave mirror or converging mirror has a reflecting surface that is bulging inward away from the incident ray. It is bulging inwards, and this is a reflecting surface, and this is a source of light. Let us move to another topic, that is terms related to curve mirrors. The first is center of curvature. What is center of curvature? The center of the imaginary glass sphere of which the mirror is a part is called center of curvature. This is a concave lens. Now, the central part of the sphere is called the center point. So this center point is also known as center of curvature for the sphere of or a mirror, for the whole sphere or for the reflecting surface or for the sphere. In the same way, this is a convex mirror. So this is a center. So it is called center of curvature. Over here, C1 is the center of curvature for concave mirror and C2 is the center of curvature for convex mirror. Let us move to another topic, that is radius of curvature. What is radius of curvature? The radius of the sphere of which the mirror is a part is called the radius of curvature, and it is denoted by capital letter R. As you can see a sphere, this is the diameter of the sphere. So the half of diameter is radius. It means R1, this is the radius of curvature. This over here, R1 is the radius of curvature for concave mirror and R2 is the radius of curvature for convex mirror. Let us move to another topic, that is pole. The central point of a mirror is called its pole or vertex. Over here, the central point of a mirror, if this is the center of curvature of a sphere, center of curvature of a sphere, so this is the central point of a mirror. This is the central point of a mirror, that is called P1. P, or for concave mirror I have denoted it with P1, and for convex mirror I have denoted with a capital letter P2. Let us move to another topic, that is principal axis. An imaginary line passing through the pole and the center of curvature of the mirror is called principal axis. Now this is a center of curvature and this is a pole. So the imaginary line, that line passing through the pole and the center of curvature of the mirror is called the principal axis. So the imaginary line that passing through the center of curvature and the pole, this is called principal axis. Over here I have denoted Px1 for concave and Px2 for convex mirror. Let us move to another topic, that is aperture. What is aperture? The effective diameter of a mirror is called the aperture. Over here you can see a sphere in concave and convex mirror. So whatever part of a sphere that is acting as a reflecting surface, that is called the aperture of the sphere. Over here A and B is the aperture for concave mirror, and X and Y is the aperture for convex mirror. Now let us see what is focus or principal focus. So before explaining you focus or principal focus, I want to tell you how to draw a line if any point is taken on a circle. How to draw a normal if any point is taken on a circle anywhere. Suppose over here I have taken a point A, this is point B, and this is point C. Now if I have to draw a normal from point A, B and C, so first of all I have to draw a tangent. So if what is tangent? If any line touches the boundary of a circle only once, that is called a tangent. Suppose if I am drawing a line like this, it touches a single point of a circle. Over here it touches a single point on a circle. Over here it touches a single point on a circle. So through all these 3 points, if I have to draw a normal, it will always pass through center of the sphere or center of curvature. It will always pass through center of curvature. That is a property which is very much important, as you are going to use this property to draw the ray diagram in this chapter. Now let us see what is focus or principal focus. It is a point on the principal axis where a parallel beam of light rays traveling parallel to the principal axis after reflection meet or seem to come from it. Now you can see a ray diagram for concave and convex mirror. So first of all I will explain you concave mirror. This is a concave mirror. This is a principal axis. This is a center of curvature, and this is a focus, and this is a pole. Now if a parallel beam of light is incident, what happens? As it strikes the mirror, this is point M, so a small portion will act as a tangent. A small portion will act as a tangent. So this is a point, the property that I have explained you earlier. This is a point, so it will pass. If I am going to draw a normal from this point, it will pass through center of curvature. Center of curvature. So a small portion, this is angle of incidence, so the same angle will be drawn on other side. So this is angle of reflection. What you will see that angle of incidence is equal to angle of refraction. Angle of incidence is equal to angle of refraction. So the angle that you are going to meet or draw is going to pass through focus. Again, now from this point, if I am going to draw a line, as it strikes the mirror, it forms a tangent. So through this point, if I am going to draw a normal, it will pass through center of curvature. So this is angle of incidence, so the same angle will be made on other side, that is angle of refraction. So what you will see that both the lines are passing through focus. Now this is focus. Now what is principal focus? The distance between focus and pole, this distance means this is a focal length. This is a focal length. This is a focus and this is a focal length, and it is being denoted by a small letter f. In the same way, when a parallel beam of light is incident to principal axis, over here I have taken two rays. When it strikes the plane mirror, a small portion will act as a tangent. Now if I have to draw a normal, it will pass through center of curvature. It will pass through center of curvature in both the cases. Now a small portion, that is, this is angle of incidence, this is angle of incidence, so this is angle of refraction, this is angle of incidence, and this is angle of refraction. So if we are going to draw a line, you will see that it will seem to pass through focus, or it seems to come from focus. So these are the properties, these are the rules that you have to keep it in mind. And the distance from the pole to focus is called focal length and is being denoted by a small letter f. I hope all the topics that I have explained you is pretty much clear to everyone. Next time when we are going to meet, I am going to continue with the second part of the same chapter. Till then, be safe and goodbye everyone.